Hello everyone, we are back with new deck 69. The Fable plus Amalgam combo that I was trying to make work in Standard. And honestly, this deck is actually not a bad shell for it, considering that I went for more of a controlling route to really lean into trying to get the combo off as often as possible. Otherwise, it's just kind of like a standard Grixis deck with a lot of removal, a lot of interaction. Another alternate win con in Shield Red, good card advantage, the classic all around, good mana base. So if you haven't seen that Jeskai list that tries to use this as well, I think that's a relatively good list. But I really felt like it was definitely lacking some sort of very powerful interaction. And when you add black, you usually get access to that. And then you just happen to get access to Shield Red as well. So why not? Sideboard's pretty straightforward. Oh, I guess I can explain like the combo. I mean, when this card enters the battlefield, so it has flash. It's a flyer. Comes in, you can exploit another creature or itself, and you get to counter literally anything. Activate ability or triggered ability or spell. Really good card. And then Fable flips. Pay one, tap it. And when you combine them, you get a counter every turn. For free for 1 mana. So pretty much puts your opponent in a lock unless they have 2 spells to play in 1 turn and one of them has to interact with you, so they have to bait your counter spell. So it has to be something strong enough for you to use the Fable tap, and then they have to respond. And then if you have nothing, you lose part of your combo, but you still get a counter, right? So either way, it's still positive for you. Sideboard, we've got Raven Man. I don't know. I kind of like the card, but it's probably not good enough. I want to try it. I put it in the sideboard. Elder Dragon War's good. Backbuster for more card advantage. Counter spells. Another Braid. 2 Hearse for the graveyard decks, the Jin decks, the Grixis, whatever. Graveyard Trespasser. It's a good card. Sorin, because it makes tokens that you can sack, and also card advantage. And another Burn Down, because why not? So yeah, if you enjoy this video, go ahead and click that like button and subscribe. It really does help out the channel. And you can follow me on Twitch to watch me live. Link in the description. Let's get into it. Okay, pretty good hand. We are on the draw, but I do have 2 duress, so it kind of makes up for it. Good guaranteed early game plays. Ooh, looks like another Grixis or Nizzet deck. Could be either, really. 2 counter spells. And a removal spell. This is definitely an interesting situation. Because if I don't take the removal spell, I think I have to take the removal spell. Because otherwise they'll gain so much tempo and they'll still have a counter spell behind it. Yeah, it's gotta be removal. Because they play Blood Tithe, I play Underdog, they kill it, they attack, they attack, they attack, and they can counter my next threat. I guess I can take the... Well, yeah, but the problem is... I guess I could take the second counter. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I don't know. I feel like this stabilizes me a lot faster. So I'm valuing the stability over... Like, this way I don't take damage. I think that's pretty important. Taking this trade is totally fine. Okay, that's unfortunate. I think I'm cycling. Can't push through anything anyways. Not gonna duress. Yeah, maybe that was the wrong play. But what if they... Okay, but what if they just take the trade and hold the removal spell? Then I can't even play that anyways. Even if I do take both counters, they can just kill it. Oh, we'll see. It's just a race for me to find a removal spell, I guess. Well, that's pretty good. Oh, that's also really good. So they could use both counter spells, but I think that's really good for me, right? Oh, they didn't use Takenuma. Really interesting. Wow. Can't believe they knew they were drawing that. Not the best situation ever. They did not take a braid. Really interesting. What's better than a braid? Probably something crazy, right? Too bad I didn't draw a black source. Ah, okay, okay. Annoying. Could counter it though. Unless they draw a land. Nope, that's not gonna do anything. That's good. So until they find a land, this is never coming down, pretty much. Gives me a lot of time. I'm the player with the bank buster. Ooh. No, we like that. Fortunately, I don't have the mana to hold this up and draw. Or play... I don't know, I feel like they could have ditched that too. I'll just pass here. I can take damage, I think. Or I hope. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think I want to deal with that. I have answers to Shield Red. Most likely play theirs. I mean, what answers do I have to Shield Red? One copy of Infernal Grasp left. It's not the best thing, but at least we're in a stalemate. Could also sweep, we'll see. I can see myself discarding this. Or do I... Do I play it anyways? Let's see, what can I really draw? I mean, honestly, not much. I think I just hold on to it. I want to discard it if possible. So now it's just a race to find... They have to find Invoke or an answer to this. And I have to find... Lily, Grasp. I don't know, we'll see. It's not gonna be the easiest thing ever. Sure, I think taking the trade here is fine. They have more spot removal than I do, I think, overall. Okay, they ditched Duress. Okay, that's fine. Well, now that I drew that, I'm definitely not ditching it. And we will have the combo online starting the turn after next one with the Fable. So they do have to find an answer quickly. Well, they basically have their next turn and then their locks pretty much. And I have an attacker now. Very nice, satisfying. So that's one of the benefits of playing a card like this over Invoke Despair, is that it adds a lot of flexibility to your deck. Like you don't have to tap out as often. You have a more resilient game plan against specifically blue decks, I think. Against other decks, you can usually just play proactive and slam the Invoke Despair with no repercussions, but in matchups like these, it's a little bit more difficult to spend the 5 mana, especially when you're playing against a deck with enchantments and planeswalkers. So sideboarding is pretty difficult overall, just because there are a lot of cards that I really want, and some of them much better than others, let's just say that. But they're all pretty much core, so it's kind of difficult. Like some are slightly better in most scenarios, but some are extremely good in specific scenarios. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. Is like that's why sideboarding is so difficult. Let's see. So make disappear, usually I don't really enjoy that card. Cut down is also not the best thing ever. Shield Red can be good, but can also be a liability. Jadar on the draw is not necessarily something I'm too excited about. Ooh, a Braid is quite good as well. I think Strangle can go instead of 4 and a Braid. Let's go with 2 Hearse. And maybe, I don't know, Corpse Appraiser is a risky card, because if they're also playing Hearse, I can never get this off. Let's go with the Sorin, maybe. It's all 4 drops, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm a little sad I didn't get to show off the combo in game 1. But we were almost there. I think they pretty much knew they'd lost at that point. Sure. Not the most exciting hand. I think the main issue with this is that it gets kind of wrecked by Duress, but not anymore. Yeah, it looks like a classic, a traditional fast game plan from my opponent. Potentially. I'm gonna start slamming Fables, I guess. Ooh, wow. That's good, but that's also a bad sign. The reason it's a bad sign, it means they have a lot of expensive spells. One of those could be Shield Red. And I just threw away my answer for tempo. May have been a mistake, we'll see. Ooh, not a mistake. Okay, we like that. So in this situation, I don't get access to treasures, which means I want to pass. But I also want to hit my land drop. So I guess we're just yeah, ditching these. Ooh. Okay, now I don't need the Xander's Lounge. So I could cycle it potentially. Okay, very well. It's pretty okay to have a 2-drop there. But they don't have follow-up. The scariest thing would have been Appraiser. Ooh, that's really good. Ooh, also really good. Very happy about my spot here. This matchup is very dominated by Fable. Because most answers are just 1-for-1s in Grixis. So it becomes relatively difficult to keep up with the amount of card advantage and card quality that Fable brings to the table. One person will quickly overpower the other with multiple Fables. Like, each of my Fables is taking 2 of their spells away. And I'm ditching my bad cards for good cards. It's a really good situation, obviously. And my 1-of Corpse Appraiser actually being relevant. Pretty impressive. I'm not gonna use it. Just, maybe I should. Probably not, honestly. They've shown that they have no playables, which means they probably have a lot of removal. Which means that I kind of want to bait out removal first before committing my 3/3 that will combo really well into the Fables. So if they have more removal, they've shown that they wanted to use it on the Goblin Shamans, so they might commit 1 more. Yep. Gives me higher odds of keeping this. Okay. That is fine. Do I want to deal with that? Potentially yes. Because I can deal with 1 of my Fables, and I don't feel too good about it. And I have a counter for Shield Red, which is the biggest problem in this situation, potentially. I'm not even sure I need to hold on to all of these counter spells, but it is what it is. Can't be bad, right? It's just I'm lacking a little bit of proactiveness, maybe. I think Elder Dragon War could be good. As in, I may just make a 4/4, right? I can't see Duress being good since I have 2 negates. It's not the greatest, but it's probably better than Duress, and definitely better than a land, potentially. Oh, this is looking quite good. I get the extra draw. See, the problem with the linearity of Invoke Despair is that it forces you to commit that 5 mana up front, and if you get punished, you're not in a good spot. Well, I'm sorry this video is going to be short, but I just played 3 more matches and they were absolutely dreadful. I don't think they're interesting to watch. I'm really frustrated, so I am just going to end the video here, unfortunately. But I hope you enjoyed that one good match. The rest was just getting arenaed, so yeah. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching to the end if you're still here. Appreciate it.